And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, for the third hour of Misfits. So, when we left you for the break, there was a very sweet moment of embrace after a bombshell revelation. And I feel like some tenderness is being exchanged here that we need to plumb a little bit deeper. We need to talk about the feelings being exchanged, and we need to talk about what they mean in the fiction and in the mechanics. So why don't we do that? So I realize that you're having the sweet and tender moment, but why don't we take a second here to acknowledge how you're both feeling about this and each other?
Oh bollocks, now it's going to get problematic. Awkward, at least.
Any one of you can start.
Well, Yun definitely has something going for Vanguard. He's a very handsome bloke. He's nice. He doesn't blame her for her past, which is something she's hardly used to. Probably more people don't blame her than she really realizes because she's so full of self-blame. But for some reason, it registers when it comes from Vanguard.
Seems reasonable. What about you, Vanguard?
I think that Vanguard does feel something for Yun. He's a little guarded and, well, I shouldn't say guarded. He's a little, I guess guarded would be the good term, because he did wait too long on the last relationship. So he's trying to be a bit more careful and pursue
Wait so long again.
Yes.
Cool.
So I think he does have some feelings for Yoon. Just he hasn't possibly realized them yet.
Okay. So there was an exchange here of like heartfelt teenagery goodness, and I'm not sure. Like Joan, you tell me, but I feel like, despite the fact that you were definitely being comforted and supported, that you were also comforting and supporting back. Like I feel like you put a lot of like weight and respect into what you were saying to Vanguard.
Yes.
And, like you were. Like, do you reckon that's a thing? Does that represent what you think that Yun is trying to do?
I think that is very accurate. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Then I would have us. I suppose we'll start with Vanguard to kindly roll us a comfort and support, and then we'll work from there.
Which is mundane.
That's
correct.
Mundane. Yes.
Okay, I'm somewhat good at that. I believe I have influence over Yoon, so I'll add that bonus in. Son of a bitch.
Oh my god, yes.
Good God.
Okay, cool.
I wish I could somehow help with that.
Right?
I can think of one way where I could spend a team that would actually do that, but I don't know if Daniel will allow it.
Please tell me.
I think once she's being held, I think she's going to reach up, cup his cheeks, and kiss him.
Absolutely. Spend that team. You're totally helping. Oh, it's so good though. Oh my goodness. This my mental image of the lighting of this particular exchange just changed. Like you're definitely like there's some like
sunsetty.
there's a nearby like billboard, and it provides like it's being lit up by this projectors, and it provides this ambient like soft tone underlighting to where you're at. Like it's like probably like some warm colors being ambiently shown on you. Oh, you're so adorably awkward. It's like I burned my father to death, smooch.
Yes. Yes. Perfect. Come on.
Yes.
It's superheroics and it's teenagers. God damn it.
Yes.
It's perfect.
It's like this, like a moment of like you're exchanging extreme vulnerability and then seeking comfort in each other's like by giving each other a hug. And because you're teenagers and mutually
And
attracted,
hormones.
that goes like that happens, right? It's like totally on point. It could not be more on point. Okay, cool. So you do it, you do the thing, and you hit. So they hear you. If you reciprocate the kiss, if you hear them, you can mark potential, clear a condition, or shift your labels.
I think she's gonna clear her angry at this point.
No, she's angry kissing.
Smooch hard.
Smooching him into the ground, like, yes, take that.
Of course, it's up to you, Thelma, to decide which
I
of
think-
the three I do.
Is it? I thought it was.
So
I thought you decided on that.
Thalmud, you're making the move.
Yeah.
And then half of what we're hearing from Joan here in the fiction is that Trespass's response to your words is to kiss you full on the lips in a very
Yes.
sweet and romantic moment. Do you feel like they're responding positively? Do you feel like they're hearing you? You're comfortable supporting?
I think so.
Okay, yeah, I am inclined to think the same, but you know, I wanted to make sure. I wanted to ask you. So, okay, Trespass, you can mark potential, clear a condition, or shift your labels.
Yeah, I'll clear angry.
All right.
So, can this count as helping a teammate when they most need you?
Yes, it can.
Hell yes.
Give me some potential.
Damn right. Take a potential.
Well, at
And
least
then-
there's some benefit to me.
Then it's my turn then it's my turn to comfort and support.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right. Now that angry is gone, I'm actually good at it again, so watch me fail horribly. I do have influence.
Mm-hmm.
Plus one. There you go.
Holy cow!
Crushed.
She's apparently a very good kisser. All his worries is gone. Now the only worry is the full mast in front of him.
We have heard. We've heard the exchange. We know what you've done and said to comfort and support Vanguard. Now the question is, how would you describe Vanguard's response to this event that is occurring, so that Trespass can like decide whether or not she feels like you're opening up to her? Are you being tender
think he was trying
and
to say
embracing and
Yeah.
okay?
Are you opening up?
Why I
Guys.
Are you opening up?
No, I think in response he drops his bag and then does the whole thing, grabbing her face as well, cupping her face in his hands.
You're adorable.
Yeah, I think she feels reciprocated. And yeah, I think that works.
Had this been Sims, they would go under a blanket and hearts would fly everywhere.
Yes.
But it is not.
It's true. It's a young adult. It's a young adult comic book. So
Yes.
yeah. Cool. So
The cynical in me wants to go to a corner and puke.
Vanguard, you get to clear a condition, mark potential, or shift labels.
I'm gonna mark potential,
Sounds like a good idea.
so I
So
now
much
have an advancement. Woohoo!
Yay!
Do you know what you want to spend it on?
I am so glad
no
I can
clue.
help you do that.
All right. So
Your kids help me level up.
That's okay. So yeah, right. It's like you kissing your way to next level. That's good stuff.
That's
like
actually
He got down to second base. He's so happy.
like there is actually like, so if I can briefly, just like in terms of like characters and narrative and all that annoying bullshit, like a comic book about teenagers that has like a point of like two characters mutual attraction, like kissing, and that being the point in which the other character shows actual like literal mechanical growth in the game, like ties together really beautifully. So that's like the perfect timing of like fiction and mechanics. But yeah, okay, cool. So that's a thing. Now, trespass, because you like hyper succeeded on this roll. You also get to either add a team to the pool or clear another condition.
Then I'll add the team back to the pool because I don't have any more conditions.
Okay, boop, 2 team.
Lucky, says the one
So,
with
so
5.
does Recon feel a disturbance in the Force?
Yes. At least mechanically, I do.
For some reason, Recon does not know, but he pops a boner. Is like, what the fuck?
No, just to bring it, because I know Daniel does not read chat. Just because I'm also striking out my drive, because that's the playbook.
What drive would that be?
Well, the
The
same
one
that
Right.
beacon Vanguard just stricken out, and I also mark potential.
Okay, cool.
You feel a very great disturbance in the force. Someone is encroaching on your baby. Oh no!
Mutual growth.
Heal turn intensifies.
Do 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 do.
Okay, cool. So we will leave you there. There is no like, that is a good like moment to transition to someone else doing something different. But yeah, that's.
And Daniel, I'm gonna unlock my moment of truth.
Oh, cool!
That's
Yeah,
my advancement.
damn right.
For
it
some
is.
reason, that's just hilarious. He gets a kiss and he unlocks his moment of truth.
Love will conquer. I tell you,
I like that. I really do.
it is so sweet. Okay, so I think the next thing we should do is we should like tilt our head to Moira and to Entry, both of whom are escaping the situation in different ways and going in the overall same direction and winding up in the overall same place. Now, Constrictor...
No, we live beside each other.
That's what I'm saying, overall the same place. Constrictor, you have, like, in the most literal way possible, you just ran away from your problems. Like, it could not be more literal. You literally ran forever. So,
Yep.
You can strike out afraid.
Yay! Makes sense, I ran away from everything. The stuff I'm afraid of is no longer in reach.
Yep.
If my PC would stop being an asshole. Please stop. Nope. I will wait for my asshole PC to react to me clicking on it. Let's move on.
All right. So that's a thing. Like you strike that out. We've got to quickly look at what Entry's doing because he's teleporting home and you're running. So chronologically, we would see what he's up to first. So why don't we see what happens to Entry when he returns home?
Well, he feels a disturbance now. He goes to his garage.
It's like someone's kissing your sister. Wait, what?
And it's not me.
That only made it worse.
No, the last panel has to end on Vanguard saying, I think your brother's gonna be pissed.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant.
So you return to your residence.
Yes.
Yeah. And what do you intend to do?
Well, as I said earlier, since I'm clearly better off on my own, I'm going to do a sweep off with a facial recognition software, looking for Bob the Rhino Man with any camera around the city I can possibly hack into.
Right. Cool. Awesome. Unleash your powers.
Bruh. Miss.
Perfect. Yep, you totally get him.
Christ, you have the worst luck today.
Hey, I get an advancement.
There
True.
you go. Beep, beep, beep.
You wouldn't have
Advancements
missed
for all
it
of us
if I
today.
hadn't lowered your freak.
Exactly.
You know. It's obvious what you have to do, right? You want to like get into like the traffic cams and so on, and none of them are being really helpful. So the obvious thing you have to do is clear to you. Like just looking at traffic cams and doing facial scans, like that's not good enough. You need to be like to get your hands on some sophisticated technology to do this.
Oh god.
So obviously what you need to do is just hack Aegis. Because they have the sophisticated technology to, like, that's like an entirely different playing field than these, like, stupid police cameras.
Obviously, and I mean, I have tentatively been trying before. That
Right?
didn't
You've even
go
done
well.
it before. It's like child's play. Of course you could do that. So, you can
Like
just
the
use...
fact that he had to have Moira's help to do it first time.
Right? Like, the
That was
same...
first time.
The very same backdoor you and Moira opened into their systems is right there. You could just use it again. And of course you trigger the back search trap that Aegis has deliberately left there after they ran 200 safety measure tests to make sure that why is that there. Just so they could bait the trap for you. So you successfully like plumb their systems. You locate Bob the Rhino Man. As he is right now, in this moment, you see him live on the cameras, like walking into a bar downtown, like some sleazy place. He's like vanishing inside. There's like a bunch of like bikes parked outside. And as you do this, we see like some operatives in an Aegis building running a backtrace on you, and we see like your address like come up. But yeah, so you know where Bob is.
Well, I guess Bob owes me some answers.
He does, doesn't he?
So entry packs a few things in his bag, and then he's ready to get going.
All right. So yeah, you grab your stuff and you peace out. As you're moving downtown in a direction of getting to the place you just saw, at some point you flash in on top of a building or like on a bus shed or something, where you notice the form of Moira heading in the opposite direction. And now I understand you're in a mood now where you're like, I can do this on my own. But I also wanted to give you two like an obvious angle for doing this together, as like giving you as players the choice. And in case you're not into that, then just ignore it and move on.
It did look like a bit of a bad guy bar, and I might be in a bit of a mood, but I'm not stupid. Well, I am, because I just used the same fucking backdoor, but...
Besides, Moira isn't Yoon, right? Like, Moira didn't, like, turn you down, so...
I teleport in front of Moira. Flop.
You get run over by a big snake.
So like Moira's
We
like...
now see a two-dimensional representation of entry on the sidewalk.
Be the best thing. Like, literally teleporting down and being like, hey, Moira. And Moira's, like, wiping a tear out of her eye and doesn't see you and just, like, crashes.
Now is the time to insert that beautiful instrument I shared a link for the other day, Daniel.
I forget what that instrument was.
The like a piano.
Yeah, I remember that.
The one that you make sound effects for for cartoons.
Oh, that was the best thing I'd ever seen. It was so good. Okay, so anyway, Moira. Moira has written that she's BRB, so maybe it's the case that she's not actually here right now listening to what we're saying.
That would make sense.
Yeah, that seems to be the case. Okay, so we know what we're looking at here, but you know what? Momentarily, what say you we cut to Recon instead and see what's up in his part of town?
Sounds like a good plan.
So, Recon, where are you and what are you doing?
Well, Recon was making his way to the gym, to the gym, his place of work, workout, and also his place of living. Currently, apparently.
Yeah.
He's on some tough times right now. Yeah, he was making his way to the back to the place that he lives in. Maybe to just take a shower and go to hang out in some random club or like just, I don't know, get drinking.
Yeah, what, like, is there a reason you're seeking it sounds like you're seeking loneliness right now, or solitude, from the rest of your team. Is there a reason for that? Like, tell me what you're feeling.
I mean, he is a detached character, like detached person at the best of times. But he is also like, he was trying to text Vanguard on his way over, and then just to bring up the thing, they actually he texted Vanguard like what's up on his way back, like.
Of course, and
Yeah.
the phone is softly humming in the bottom of a backpack while he's smooching someone on a roof.
Yeah. So it's like he was just continuing to do the thing, like, he busy right now, probably with something.
He busy.
He busy. Yeah. And other than that, he's like he's seen all the all that happened today. He's seen it before. Like, it's like, I mean, I think he's just semi tired and just wants to go on a, like, I would say he probably wants to go on a bender, just to forget what was happening today.
I see.
And that he might be feeling just ever so slight, just not too much, but ever so slightly guilty of just smacking some random lady with a tray.
Would you argue that you are flinging yourself into easy relief?
Maybe.
Because if you're going out there and getting hammered with no care to the repercussions of it, then you can clear hopeless.
I don't have ticked hopeless.
All right. In that case, then never mind. You can still do it, of course, but you don't gain that benefit from it.
Yeah. I mean, he's probably also like this is his way of just running away from confronting his team, like,
right,
or like and he because he was ignoring them during the fight, and then after the fight he just basically he peaced out, not helping anybody. He might be feeling slightly guilty about it, just ever so slightly, but yeah, he's probably just running away, trying to just cut himself off for the evening and just clear his head by intoxicating his body, probably.
Cool. All right. I see you. So that is a thing that we accept is like happening.
Yep.
I might interject with some stuff there, depending on the circumstances, and someone could call you while you're doing it, right? If there's something going down. Do we have AJ back yet? Nope. All right. In that case, I know exactly what's happening. So we find you seated at a bar someplace. Like, what kind of venue do you think you prefer? Is this like a shitty, like low ceiling, poster plastered place with a lot of like long bearded individual bar, or is this like high octane techno bar? Like, what kind of place are we at?
I think he would go where he was like last time. I imagine that being like a kind of like a weird like electro goth techno some nonsense. When he can look at the people like dressed like people in costumes that are actually not superheroes, just like they wear costumes for fun, and he just can have a giggle.
Okay. Yeah, I'm totally into that. So you've found some like there's like this industrial like brickstone place that's like in the basement of somewhere. Yeah, totally. I imagine like the panels here are painted in like the same hard like prime color and black, like only like the same way that that like all the shots of like a dance club are painted in the animated Batman Beyond series, right, where everything is just like harsh colors.
And probably the theme from Batman Beyond is just playing in the.
Of course it is tribute, right? That's playing like we Fans recognize that.
Yep.
Cool. So we find you there, nursing a drink, and you're just like minding your own business, and time has passed, and then someone is sitting down next to you, and we only notice because it's like very deliberately like drawn in the panel. They get like past the drink, they take a swig of it, and then a familiar voice speaks to you from the person sitting down next to you, and they're like, the voice is saying, "Wow, you just don't improve, do you?"
He's not looking at the person that just came around, probably like just halfway through his drink, and he's like, what you are, my mom or something?
Nah. I don't know that I ever expected you to. Piece of trash.
Oh well.
The voice sounds familiar though. You can't.
He looks at the person like who the fuck are you? Like, and then as he says that, he looks at the person.
It's Mark.
Oh shit!
Oh god! You.
He is not in a wheelchair. In fact, he looks buff.
He looks like he squints a couple of times, like. I'm just trying to figure out how how drunk is he already. Squints like Mark. Oh, you look taller.
And you look like a sack of shit that's been put on fire. Fitting.
Well, nothing changed. Change then. Good.
Saw your show today. That's really the best you can do, isn't it?
I did what I had to do.
Yeah, heard a bunch of people run around playing at being a vigilante, your childish superhero fantasies. You must be feeling so cool.
Crazy superhero, you know nothing about me, you garbage man.
Yeah, he stands up and he grabs you. He clearly intended to you. We can tell from his body language like all the time that he's talking to you as like a prelude, as an excuse to like throw you around. And he like grabs you like by the scruff of your clothes, and he's like brings you like face to face real close, and he's like, "Let me tell you something. I made something of myself. You, it's just as shit as you've always been. You were shit then, you're shit now. Difference is, I've risen up, and you've stayed the same."
Yeah, you clearly stood up in the world.
He grins at you. "I had the spine to accept the things that you threw aside."
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
Yeah, he pushes you as like he's begging for a fight. But yeah, he pushes you. I'll leave it to you if you like.
He's like
manage your balance if you stumble.
Finn is like on wobbly legs and be like, "So the buff man. So you wanna throw fists? You look like you wanna. Come on, get it over with."
He clops you in the jaw.
Still, he just he takes it and just like probably just rolls somewhere. It's like then stands up. Is like, "Oh, that's the best you could do."
Yeah, he goes over, like yanks you back up again. He like looks you in the eye. And he's like, "You were given the opportunity, but you were just insistently shit. You left me." And he like throws you, and you like bang into something hard. You with your knight bullshit, and the others with their superhero bullshit. And yeah, like he just like he like just spits like vitriol at you while beating you up unless you want to defend yourself. But in the end, He's got you on the floor,
Mm.
and he's like standing above you. You stop me whenever, like, if you're like, fuck this guy. He's standing over you, and it's like adjusting his leather jacket. And puts on his indoor sunglasses. And says to you, just keep doing what you do. Don't stop. I'll stop you. And the rest of your loser friends.
You and what army? You had no powers then, and you have no power now.
He cocks his head at you. From what I hear, you have just about the same powers that I did back then. Only difference is you'll never be as good as I am. And you say me and one arm.
Even without my powers, I was twice as better than you, and you know it.
Let that sustain you from all the way down there.
Yeah, that's why he like probably is leaning against some kind of wall. It's like leaning, like sitting at like, you know that I was always like 3 times better than you. That's why you were always chasing our tail, living your childhood fantasies.
Cool.
Of our back.
What are you trying to do here? I hear provocation, but I'm not sure what you're trying to provoke him into.
I'm trying to provoke him into dropping his like cool persona, cool, like I'm so tough and cool, to being like to throw a hissy fit, basically.
All right. So you want to make like upset him, ostensibly.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, basically, I want to provoke him into throwing a hissy fit instead of being just oh, I'm so cool, and you know.
Roll to provoke. You take a -1 penalty for having been thrown around a lot. But yeah, like a little bit groggy, but you can do it, I believe.
Probably not. Now I'm on -3, so I'm minus.
Fucking hell. Okay. Yeah. So you say that. And he like his words cut through what you're saying, and like burrow themselves deep in like your self-awareness of the situation. Like you remember, like, yeah, you did leave him. Like that's a thing. You were shitty and abandoned him to the suffering that he saw, like that he went through while you were part of the same team. So he says that's the difference. You measure yourself by your powers because you're a childish superhero fanatic. You don't have the maturity or the vision to see what needs to be done. Even when Graves offered it to you, you did jack shit with it. Eventually, you just had to go away because you couldn't take it. Well, things are different now. Get ready, because your final days are coming, bitch. And he's like slaps you across the face and walks out. You take a mark guilty for
already have guilty.
Do you have angry?
Yeah.
What don't you have?
Hopeless.
This is not a hopeless thing. You should not feel hopeless for this.
He probably like as an offhand, he just like snips behind him, so like line in style of probably this is not even to him, but like to it's like a thought bubble after he leaves, saying so that's whose tit you sucking up on now.
Damn right. So yeah, like it turns out, like, so basically, I think the consequence here is that he roughs you up quite like badly. It's not like you don't suffer any like long-term debilities, but it hurts and you're feeling shitty and like bad. it turns out that that Mark regained his everything with the weird narcotics he got from Graves, and is currently working for Graves' task force, which is a gig you were part of momentarily before you stopped that shit. To you, that message reeks of bad news. But yeah, he vanishes out the door, and we cut from that scene. So, Moira, welcome back. There is currently an interaction between you and Entry, and we need your input on.
There is?
Yes, there is.
But Entry just, got a dead internet.
Excuse me?
Entry and Trespass are no longer on the call because their internet died.
Did I say
Yep.
trespass? I totally
No.
didn't.
But Joan and Rasmus lived the same place and their internet died.
Yep.
Oh, right. That's what that is.
They're restarting it right now.
Ugh, rough. Okay, yeah.
Oh.
In that case, thank you for keeping me abreast of this. I'm not reading anything while this is going on.
Well, they've not been able to because their internet died, but Joan is on the Discord writing that their internet died.
All right. So what we'll do is, if we can get them back, we'll get them back, and then we'll keep playing. We'll figure something out. But what you can do in the meantime is consider this. So as you were running home, and again you get to clear the condition and everything.
I'm not running, I'm slithering.
Slithering home. Entry teleports in front of you and calls out to you, wanting your attention. In that moment, are you like not in a space where you want to talk to him, or you're like, shut up, like leave me alone, and then rushing past? Or would you be like, oh, what's up?
Is it before I make it all the way home?
Yeah, that's where as you are heading home, he unexpectedly interrupts you. So I'm just checking to make sure if whether or not that stops your progress, or whether or not you stay the course and return home.
She returns home.
Cool. So I will, if we get Rasmus back, I will inform him of such, and it'll be up to him whether he wants to like provoke you or like let you pass.
You shall not
Okay.
pass.
So good.
Also, I don't know how much I missed. The poor girl fell out of her bed and was in great despair.
Oh, little child. The only thing you missed. You were there for the smooch, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Were you there for Entry checking traffic cams?
No.
Okay. So Entry hacked Aegis to find Bob
Because
the
he-
Rhino Man.
Of course he did.
And got back traced, but he doesn't know.
He'll find out soon enough, I'm sure.
Yeah, so right now he's heading downtown to go to the bar where he noticed Bob the Rhino Man, and that's why he's actually stopping by you. He noticed you on the way, and is going to ask if you will join him, so you can ruminate on that. Actually, you did answer that already, but we'll get to whether or not he's just like, yeah, okay, sure, peace, or not.
Well, he will see that she is in no condition to do anything.
Right, she's a sad panda.
Not a panda, she's a snake.
This is true. What else happened?
You always keep assuming that she's running. She has no leg. You insensitive ass.
I know. I'm not like actually paying attention to your physiology. That's awful of me.
That's why I keep correcting you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So
An insensitive ass was for fun.
no, but I understand that, but it's still like it's fun to mention. What you also missed was that Recon, in an attempt to like distance himself a little bit from everything, like get some peace and quiet, went to a bar where he was met and trash talked by Mark. Yeah,
I came back to that.
cool. So yeah, that's what happened. Let's see if we can get the others back. If we can't,
Entry?
then entry. Entry Oh, I see things being written in chat.
What? They appear.
Hey,
It lives!
Well, one of them.
It's magic.
Talk to us, Joan.
Hello.
Hi, Joe.
Hey.
Finally, it seemed to work. It takes forever for our router to restart.
All right. Well, welcome back.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
So, Rasmus is currently not in the room. There he
No,
is.
There he is.
Yeah.
Speak of the devil. And Rasmus appears.
Did you miss us?
Totally.
Yeah. We started talking about entry, and I had to, pull the brakes on him so he knew that you had left the call quite forcibly.
Yes. we
Kicked
were
out by the
thrown out.
internet devil.
Yes.
Rasmus, can you sound off? See if I can hear you.
Sound off in 3,
Thank you.
2, 1.
What the fuck is that?
Cool. Good. It works. We cut to the scene. We cut back to the panel of Entry and Moira coming across each other. And as you're like, hey Moira, hi, do you want to go and do a thing? She doesn't seem to be in the mood and rushes past you.
She looks like
okay.
she is slowly dissolving.
So I'm guessing, since I wasn't here, that she just sees him pop up and then runs past him.
She's not running, she's slithering. Stop assuming that she's running.
It's a figure of speech. Stop being
Yeah.
pedantic.
I don't wanna.
Pedantry is fun. So yeah,
Right.
but yeah, that's the case. Do you accept her running by, or are you gonna be like, hey, I'm talking to you?
I think Entry looks after her and goes, right, someone should probably check up on that. And then he proceeds to not do that and goes to find Bob.
You ass. So good. Okay, cool. So, yeah. So you piece downtown and locate the bar in question. It's a bar called the Switchblade, or something similarly dirty sounding. There's a bunch of bikes parked outside. It's in a relatively shitty neighborhood. It's the kind of neighborhood where they would still have posters for Return of the King in cinemas. Not still have that hanging around.
Lord.
I
mean, that place in Aalborg that had it hanging for I don't know how many years.
Right? But yeah, so you get down there, and as you come in, there's this droning sound of music from inside the place.
Right, well, time to look around.
Yeah, you step inside through a dense miasma of smoke and giant, mostly men, bodies. You spy your quarry in the far corner of the room, seated in some old red leather booth couches that have long since gotten an extra layer of shine to it by hardened grime over the course of the years.
Is there any seating options near him?
Well, the booth isn't entirely occupied, so you could sit in there.
Right.
He seems to be here alone currently.
Cool.
He's nursing a beer.
I don't think Entry feels pushing his way past people, so he'll just pop over there.
Do you reckon that would attract more attention given the style of your teleportation?
It's not that flashy.
Disregarding for the moment the localized vacuum. I'm not telling you not to. I think that would be fun.
I think Entry would do that because he's not in a headspace to think that much about things. So he does pops over there and goes, "Hey, buddy."
So you flash into existence with a poof. people notice, but it's not like there's not a needle scratch and then the entire bar is looking at you, right? That's not what's happening. But as you do that, Bob the Rhino Man like jerks in like startlement, and suddenly you have a gun pointed at you. What do you do?
Aw, is that the thanks I get for saving your life?
He's not shooting you in the face. That's not what's happening. But he has a gun pointed at you, and he squints, and then he realizes who you are. And he like looks over the shoulders, like trying to like, are there cops here? Like he seems nervous for a moment, and he looks at you. He's like, kid, you better have a damn good reason for being here.
Yeah, you owed me some answers, and I failed to show up. My apologies for that. He sits down opposite Bob.
You're way in over your head. You need to get out.
I'm quite good at getting out. I figure I have at least a minute.
So, he looks to you. He's like, this is a hardcore place. There are people here that if they see you, will do shit to you. You need to not be here. It's not safe for you or me. He's being like a dismissive prick to you. He's not like recognizing like the fact that you're a superhero at all. He's not speaking to you as though he's speaking to you like you're a child.
Yes.
Right? But yeah, he's excited.
Entry smiles broadly and says, really? My being here makes trouble for you? Well, then perhaps you should stop treating me like a child and actually, figure something out.
I'm hearing you rejecting his influence.
Obviously.
Okay, well, why don't you roll to do so?
I will.
Hey,
There it
you
is.
actually succeeded on something today.
Okay, choose one from the
Yay.
list.
Is that in moves 1 or 2?
It's on moves 2. Third column.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I think I will take because I already have influence over him. I'll shift one label up and one label down.
All right. Your choice.
I'll shift my danger up because, well, I'm clearly feeling like a dangerous badass doing this, kind of almost blackmailing him.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, but I'm going to put my mundane down again.
All right.
Sure.
Sweet. So, yeah. So you reject his influence. And I am also hearing you like trying to provoke him into engaging with you.
Yes, of course.
Please roll.
Oh, it's the thing I'm good at. I don't think I'll succeed.
Probably not.
Let's have a look.
This is where you jinx it and you actually fail hard.
I do have influence over him, so I'll add a 1. That's how it works, right?
Yep.
12.
Crushed. Yeah. So you're trying to like make him open up to you and like talk to you and like pay you back for what he owes you.
Yes.
Cool. You succeed. So he likes looking like back and forth and like squints at you. He's like, you got nuts, kid. I'm not responsible for what I'm not responsible for you getting your head in front of a shotgun, but what do you want to know?
Yeah, about that serum you've been using to become, I don't know, Rhino Man?
He rolls his eyes. What about it?
Who's your supplier? And if you know, where are they getting it from?
Kid, that's not a drug. I don't have a supplier. I don't juice on animal jama.
Well,
That
no
shit's for work.
offense. No offense, but I don't think you're smart enough to make it yourself.
He shakes his head. It's like, nah, I'm sure not smart guy.
So, why?
That shit is something they stick on you when you sign up for a gig. It's a recent thing. Makes you stronger, makes you faster, makes you more aggressive, makes pain hurt less. It's very efficient. And some employers start to demand it. It's very recent, very hot.
So it's spreading throughout, not just one. And I imagine they're all getting it from somewhere then.
As far as I know, it's not circulated yet. It's new shit. Only being used in very niche circles. But it's in very high demand.
And how would a sweet innocent kid like myself find out where to get it?
Kid, trust me, you don't want anything to do with this.
Well, see, I'm already kind of involved.
Look. And he shakes his head at you. He's like, but look at you with your K-pop bullshit and your girly boy attire. You're gonna get yourself killed. Whatever. Look, if you insist, I'll tell you where you can find them. I think I owe you that much.
Hey, I'd be willing to call it quits then.
Yeah, that's just it. I need you to know something.
Huh?
Since you seem to be committed to this hero shtick, and he like rolls his eyes again. I'm kind of selling myself out here. If someone finds out I told you this, they're gonna be coming for my head after they take yours. So, do you have a super secret superhero pinky swear you can give me that you're not gonna tell anyone?
Pollux grins and holds out his pinky.
He like furrows his brow at you. Is like, I was kidding.
I know. But if anyone asks, I used my brain here to figure out where I could find traces of the compound or something.
Hartman's Cannery along the West River. That's where we were told to meet up. We went in, me and some friends and some people I don't know in the business. We went there expecting a gig. We were outfitted with these things. We were told what to do. That's it.
Well, that's at least my next clue then.
Don't get yourself killed. Or if you do, do it quick.
I would prefer the first option. Well,
same difference to me.
Oh, and here I thought you were starting to worry about me.
I was, but it's only so far I can keep worrying about you if you're not gonna listen. And you're not, so.
Aw, I think you'd make a good dad, Bob.
He like squints at you. It's like, the fuck are you saying, boy?
Well, I think I've overstayed my welcome.
I think so too.
Have a nice life, I guess.
He it raises his glass to you. I was like, sure, piss off. And then takes a drink. So
part of me likes Bob the Rhino Man just a little.
Entry salutes him and pops outside.
Alright, cool. So you have a place to go. Now, before we start talking about going places and like doing hero stuff, we should acknowledge that it's a bit late and at like a weirdly skewed time compared to when we would normally stop. Do we want to grab a break and then take another 40 minutes, or do we want to like call it here and then see what's going down next time?
I can continue.
But
Yes,
it's
we can
only
now.
20 past 10.
Yeah, I can go.
I can keep going.
Sweet. All right, then we do that. So let's grab a break and then we'll take some more stuff. So we'll be right back with more masks.